Video part 7. We're going to add the roof to this lovely house. If you want to look at the house real quick, you can go to the 3D view and we'll save the project. And you can see if we hold shift down and hold the scroll ball on the mouse down, we can orbit it. And you can see how the toilet and the sink and all that stuff is put in. If you look, you can see our cabinet does not have a countertop. We can go and add that later if we want to. I'm not going to worry about it right now. You notice we don't have a floor and we do not have a roof. And our roofs are super tall. We're going to add the roof right now. Again, you can also use this little orbit tool here. That's another way to do it. We're going to go to level 1 again, floor plan. And we're going to go up to architectural, and you're going to go over to the roof. If you click the drop down arrow, there's different ways you can put a roof on. There's roof by footprint, roof by extrusion, roof by face, roof. These are different parts of a roof. Like if you want to do the soffit underneath the overhang, and it shows you the blue part. The fascia, the front of the fascia, as the roof overhangs the roof. Shows you another picture. If you hover over it, you can see the roof fascia. And then you also have a gutter. So now you can add a gutter onto your roof if you want to put a gutter. That's after you have the roof. Roof by footprint is what we're going to do. Roof by extrusion is if you want to just have a roof come out the side of your house, you can do an extrusion straight out the side. Roof by face is if I want to select a face that I've already created, like a block. I can turn that block into this house by clicking different faces and making them into walls or roofs. So what I'm going to do is roof by footprint. I want to put it at level 2 because right now level 1 is the floor. Level 2 would be my roof line. You can change that if you ever need to change that later on. You can also change it here, but we can change that later. So I'm going to say yes at level 2. And what happens is it goes into this gray mode. So everything's gray. I can't really edit anything. So there's a couple different ways to add this roof. Here are your tools. Right now it automatically selects pick walls. I don't necessarily like using this feature. I like using the line tool or the square tool is what I would rather use. And I'll maybe talk about this later. It depends, but basically, when you pick walls, it does something funny with the walls, and if you go to ever change your roof line or your elevation view, it really messes with the roof. It makes it funny. So I always go by the line tool, so I click line, and I want to do an offset. So my offset right now is 0, 0. And I want the roof to overhang 1 foot. So I need to type in, just highlight all and just type 1 on your keypad. And now when I click this corner, if you notice, see my line is 1 foot away. So I can come down and I can click and keep going. And it automatically makes it 1 foot off the edge. If I would have went the other way, yeah, I would have put it on the inside, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, you always want to go clockwise. Now, if you look, if I hit the modify tool, every single line has this little slope symbol, meaning there's a slope on this roof. So if I hit finish, first of all, let's go back and change the slope. Because my slope right here says 9 by 12. 9 inches to 12 inches. So for every 12 inches, my roof is going to go up 9 inches. So that's a pretty steep slope. A lot of houses in this area are probably a 4 or 5 slope. So we're just going to do with the standard 5. Hit apply. Actually, you might have to highlight them all. Nope, it's fine. So when I'm done, I'm just going to hit the check mark. And would you like to attach the highlighted walls to the roof? Normally you would say yes because I want all these walls to attach. I'm going to say no so you can see what happens. I'm going to say no. You can go ahead and click yes. And it looks like nothing's happened. But if I click this 3D mode, you can see a roof has been put on and all the walls go through the roof. That is not good. So what I want to do is I want to click one of these walls, turns blue, And up here, you've got this attach button. I can click attach, and I can come down here and click the roof, and voila, that wall is attached to the roof now. So I can do it one at a time, or if I hold down Control while I select them, I can select all three, attach, roof. Voila. Now I have my roof attached to, or the walls attached to the roof. The only thing I need to change is, see how thick this roof is? It defaults to 12 inches thick. Most roofs are not 12 inches thick. They're usually about either a 2x4, 2x6, or 2x4, or 2x8. We're going to change it to over here. If you select it, you can change the thickness by hitting Edit Type right here. And when you go into Edit Type, you can change it right here, but basically it's a generic 12-inch. I want to duplicate it, because if you just change it, what's going to happen is you're going to add the generic 12-inch roof, and it's not going to be 12 inches. Okay? It's going to be whatever you change it to. So I always duplicate when I do this feature, when I do an edit, and I change it to whatever I'm going to change it to. So a generic 6-inch. And so now I can come in here and edit the structure, and I can type in 0 spacebar 6, and then just click here, and now that's 6 inches thick. So now if I hit OK, you can see now the roof is dropped. So now it's not 12 inches thick. And then you can also go in and add shingles if you want to add shingles to it. If I click on it, I can just add one of these specific wood rafters asphalt right here, 8 inches. So I can just add that one. And now it has shingles on there, asphalt shingles. If I zoom in, if I go to realistic, now you see the shingles, and you can see the brick too. Problem with this is if your graphics card is not very fast, it tends to lag sometimes. So that's why I always go back to consistent colors. But that's how you would add a roof to your floor plan. Let's say your roof was not on level 2. You accidentally put it on level 1. Delete instance. See, it's down there. Okay. Well, you would just end up clicking your roof, going here, and saying level 2. But I'm just going to do an undo by doing a Control Z. Does an undo. So Control Z undoes whatever I just did. And now you can see my roof is back. But that's how you would add a roof to a house.